guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and when you're watching this, welcome to a new vlog. It's been a while since we did any proper EV videos, especially on this one, the Ather 450X. Thought it's the perfect time to do so. Hey, you look... Yes, like you. How's it possible? Possible because we are not the same. Wait, I don't get it. You see, like these scooters, we look the same but we have different inside. Sometimes when you're the only person in your media crew, it's hard to get multiple angles of the content you want to shoot. So you have to do jugaad like this, and please mind it. It might be a bit funky, but we got to do what we got to do, right? Anyway, let's get into the topic and talk about the Ather 450X Gen 3. What are the major changes? If you are one of those viewers who want to know the exact changes to the T, then there are websites and online videos talking about the changes in the battery sizes and changes in terms of specs and design. There are a lot of videos which go into detail about it. I'm going to just cover from a regular customer point of view what are the major changes that you would find on this scooter. One thing you would immediately notice on this scooter when you come from, let's say, the Gen 2, if you're directly coming like a 450 or 450 plus or a different electric scooter, you might not notice the changes, but compared to the previous generation, the mirrors are bigger and wider, so they give you 2 times better view, and I think they are 20% larger in size if I'm not wrong. They're definitely better, and it's easy to adjust the mirror, unlike the last one which was a little tricky. You have to watch videos to adjust the mirror, so that's where they lost it. But here it's simple, it's straightforward. So that's the biggest change that I notice immediately, visually, design wise, and also the bigger tires. The tires are they give you better cornering grip. Visually, besides those 2 changes, I think you get new side stand or side step for the pillion, and it integrates well into the design. But the caveat there is that only works can be installed on the Gen 3. You can't get it installed on the Gen 2 as per the showroom base, because the chassis or the footboard where it sits or screws on is slightly different to the Gen 2. So the only parts that you can retrofit on the Gen 2 are the mirrors and maybe the tires, but I don't know how the new tires would affect the range and performance because they are extensively tested on this model. The major difference between Gen 3 and Gen 2 in terms of battery is it has 25% better capacity. So that gives you additional range of 20-25 kilometers. So compared to the Gen 2, Gen 3 has 25% more battery capacity. So it is now 3.3 kilowatt hours instead of I think 2.77 or 2.8 kilowatts if I'm not wrong. So you get a true range of 105 kilometers and a certified range of 145 or 46 kilometers. True range is what you get if you go from 100 to 0 in one stretch. If you, let's say, do 5 trips or 6 trips or multiple trips by stopping overnight or not using the scooter, then the battery loses some range during standby. This happens to your phones and computers also. Standby the battery life comes down slightly. So obviously the range. So range has improved drastically. Previously, I used to get anywhere between 60 to 70 kilometers in multiple city uses with multiple modes. And on this scooter, I'm getting anywhere between 75 to 90. That's a lot. And in terms of performance, so the weight went up by, I think, 2 kilos. But however, the performance is still the same. 0 to 40 is 3.3 seconds according to them. So maybe they did tweak the performance slightly. So I don't know if they did any changes to the motor, but we'll test it obviously in the next 1-2 weeks. I have this scooter for the next 1 week too. So in case you want to know any quick updates, follow me on Instagram. The link's here. We'll always be happy to answer them. Anyway, heading for a short lunch with my friends, discussing some ride plans. We'll get their opinion on this scooter too. Let's see if they would know if this is a new one or an old one. That would be the interesting part. Anyway, while I stop here, let me talk about a few changes onto the dash. So they say the maps load much faster, like 85% or something. Let's put it to test if this is faster in terms of responsive times, because that was a big issue previously. So the maps load faster, they're easier to interact than before, but is it, as they say, 85%? I don't know how you can quantify that. Anyway, another feature that's there on the scooter right now is the tire pressure monitoring, TPMS. 2026, rare is 30. The ideal should be 30-32. So you get these hazards too when it's integrated. You can get this on the Gen 2 or the 450 plus if I'm not wrong. Besides that, not many changes. So I've had 35 kilometers on the scooter, and that's the efficiency. Been a mix of eco, ride and sport. Let's see if see who's coming. It's Shiva. Let's see if he recognizes any changes.
What's up, boy? అది మా ఆఫీస్.
సాగు కొడుతుర్రా పార్కింగ్ పార్కింగ్ పార్కింగ్.
చెప్పు శివ అని.
పెద్ద నువ్వు పెద్ద శివ పరమాత్మ ఆగుతారు.
శివ అని చెప్పు. శివ అంటే బ్రహ్మాత్మ.
పట్టుకోపోతే వెనకాల జంప్ జిలానియే. ఎలా ఉన్నా స్కూటర్?
కొత్తగా కడిగావా? అరే కొత్తదా?
వెల్కమ్ టు ఎలక్ట్రిక్ రైట్ సైడ్. అది ఊగుతూ ఉంటుంది భయపడు. వీ హ్యావ్ హొరైజన్ స్టడీ స్టెబిలైజేషన్. ఇవన్నీ వస్తున్నాయి. మైక్ నా దగ్గర ఉంది. వెన్ వాజ్ ద లాస్ట్ టైమ్ యూ రోడ్ ది Ather? Yeah, I think
బ్యాడ్మింటన్ ఆడడానికి పోయినాం ఒకసారి.
Oh yeah, you are doing the wheelie, not wheelie, stoppy. Then stoppy అంటారా? burnout.
ఏంట్రా నువ్వు?
I am not a stunt guy, dude.
ఎట్లా హౌస్
ఏదో పద్ధతిగా ట్రాక్ మీద నడుపుకునే వాళ్ళం మేము.
సో ద బైక్ ఫీల్స్ ఎక్స్ట్రీమ్లీ రేర్ హెవీ.
అరే
ఇట్ హ్యాస్ సమ్ 200 kg బాడీ ఇస్ సిట్టింగ్ బిహైండ్ మీ.
ఇప్పుడు వెయిట్ చెక్ చేస్తే నువ్వే ఎక్కువ ఉంటావేమో. నా కాలు ఒకటి ఇంకా ఇప్పుడే సెట్ అయింది. నువ్వు కార్ పక్క నుంచి వాడు ఆగలే. చైతన్య కార్ ఇచ్చినా కొంచెం సేఫ్ బికాజ్ ఎయిర్ బ్యాగ్స్ ఉంటాయి. బైక్కి నో ఎయిర్ బ్యాగ్స్, నో బ్రేక్స్.
నీ మీద పడతారా? నువ్వేనా ఎయిర్ బ్యాగ్?
అరే నేను పడతారా నువ్వు బ్రేక్ కొడితే? None of my friends, Shiva or Chaitanya, found major differences with the scooter because the color was also intentionally kept the same to test if people can find any differences, but they didn't. In fact, Chaitanya at one point said he wouldn't have realized it was the Gen 3 scooter if I hadn't told him. It's like that S version of iPhones. Think of it like 13 and 14, slight camera improvements, slight usage improvements. They still enjoyed the performance of the scooter. They were having some doubts about the battery and the range, and after testing it for the last 1 week, I can definitely say the range has improved quite a lot. As they say, 25% high capacity battery leads to almost 20 to 25 kilometers of better range than the previous one. That's definitely a great improvement because in my use case, I used to charge the Ather scooter every alternate day. Now I can push it by one more day because most of my usage is not more than 10-20 kilometers in a particular day. So that decreases the number of times we charge the batteries too. So definitely useful. If you're in the market to buy a new EV, definitely get the newer version. Don't buy a pre-owned Gen 2 version or something because you should always get the latest and one available if you can afford it. And I'm sure the prices have also gone up by only 5,000. Compared to Ola S1 Pro, the advantages for Ather is they have good reliable range, good reliable hardware. The software is much better, which Ola lacks big time. And also their charging infrastructure is much better. A lot more dealerships for Ather right now. I was just checking their website and there are tons of places. And they keep updating the scooter regularly. They have dedicated service center, so you can go to the service center, get your issues sorted. I had experience of visiting the service center twice and the service was exceptional. So all these add up. These are things that you would only realize when you need to go there. So something that probably Ola missed. I'm sure they will rectify it in the next version because it's Ather's third version after 450, 450 plus, 450X Gen 2 and 450X Gen 3 now. So they had 4 different bikes and after 5-6 years Ola just started. So I'm sure everyone will catch up, but when you're in the market right now, it's always with the new technology, it's always good to go with an established player. That's my 5 cents, guys. But you guys should let me know what you think of the Gen 3 450X. Has anyone taken it? What's your feedback and reviews? Please leave it in the comment section. For those who are interested in knowing the exact differences, this is the list that is mentioned on either side, the major differences, but we have covered already in the video. As I said earlier, I'll have the scooter for 1 more week. Let me know if you want to know anything specific. That's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And in case you're watching this at night time, have a good night and take care. By the way, did you like that intro? That double action intro? Let me know in the comment section. It took me almost 2-3 hours to edit that part to make sure it's nice and smooth. I'm not still happy with it. Double action footage for at least YouTubers work better indoors. Outside there are a lot of things but they're moving in the background, so it's hard to blend 2 different contents together in one frame. I tried my best. Hope you like it. Chalo, see you in the next one.